This episode of Pretty Fit is sponsored by Organics.
Welcome to Pretty Fit, the podcast by fitness partners who love a good challenge
And a good laugh.
We'll try anything and share how we got there because
We're not elite.
we're definitely not pros.
But we are pretty fit.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Pretty Fit. Now, today's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, but we're just going to go straight into it because today has already been crazy.
One of the most chaotic days of my career thus far.
Your third baby has been born.
It has. As of about 3 hours ago, my app has gone live. So today I brought my business and marketing consultant along with me because we're going to be joined at the hip today. This is Melissa, everyone. Welcome, Mel, to the podcast.
Welcome, Mel.
Hi, Queenies. Thank you for having me.
You have to be aboard of this ship because we're shooting to the moon. We've already shot.
Can you tell us your last 24 hours, what has happened to you?
Okay, so essentially the app has been approved by Apple and we didn't really know how this works. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, my name is Rev and I have launched a hybrid training app for women, and we have never launched an app or anything in the tech space before. So this is the first time experiencing this.
Called Revia.
It's called Revia, and it's been 9 months of the most stressful pressure cooker situation of my life. So much strain on so many aspects of my life. And in the last 24 hours, the app got rejected. So Apple said, no, you need to go back and fix it. And we thought, okay, well, this is probably going to be another 48 hours. And then this morning, my assistant had messaged me post-run. I clicked stop on my little Apple Watch, checked my phone, and it said, does this mean what I think it means? And Charlotte had sent me a screenshot of the email that said, congratulations, your app has been approved. And I just started bawling my eyes out on Esplanade. If you saw me this morning, they were happy tears. They were relief tears. So yes, that's what happened this morning. And as of right now, I think
What a day.
And also the timing in all of this is just absolutely crazy. Like, you've got your event launch party happening this Saturday, but we actually also filmed and recorded this episode a few weeks ago, and it wasn't feeling right.
No,
it just
I
didn't
feel good about it.
No, like, it wasn't bad. It was just like, it didn't feel soulful.
Yeah.
And the fact that we were like, oh, let's re-record this.
Yeah.
And the app has launched today on
re-recording
the episode
day
of re-recording.
I think we're going to capture the right energy today.
Crazy.
How are you feeling about it, Mel?
I'm good. I've said like 5 times this morning that I just want to vomit because we thought we had 48 hours left to do all the little bits and bobs. So it has been an absolute crazy whirlwind.
Yeah.
But I'm just so proud of you. I know all of us are so proud of you. Like 8 months of blood, sweat, tears to get this happening, and like we can literally download it on our phones.
It's so
Right
wild.
Right now.
And it's making me
I
sweat.
feel like I'm going to see you like just teetering off to get your laptop to do some
just mid-episode, just double checking a couple things. Yeah, it's crazy, but oh my God, we're finally here.
We are here.
Yes. So this week will be a little bit different. With our very own podcast, we wanted to bring on coaches, experts, founders, and people who inspire us. So it only feels right in light of the launch of the Revia App. We have our very first guest episode, our favourite founder and CEO, and our very own Revie Jane.
It's me. We're going to interview other exciting people. But
start with the
it
best.
just makes sense.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Revia.
So first up, our Rev has done so much in her time. She's someone who has lived multiple lives. We know her now as a CEO, founder of multiple e-commerce businesses, a content creator who has worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, but she's also a mum, a wife, a bestie, a boss lady, and someone who is the hardest worker I know. She showed...
Oh, no. Don't.
Not yet.
No, I won't be able to get through anything if you start crying.
She shows up for everyone around her with love, humour, and unstoppable energy, and makes you feel like anything's possible. So today we want to pull back the curtains and get down to the nitty-gritty.
Oh, shit.
To break that up, with all of our guests, we're going to do little icebreakers, which is a perfect time right now. So are you ready for some rapid fire questions?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. Music genre while running.
I'm a house girly and pop. House and pop.
And rage playlist, guys, if you
Yeah, that is house and pop.
What was your fave song on your playlist this morning?
Oh, it was Baby,
Where the hell is my husband?
Yeah.
So, what is your go-to comfort movie?
Ooh, I don't know about movie, but
Or show?
show-wise, Modern Family. I love Modern Family. And Brooklyn
Awesome.
Nine-Nine.
Oh, I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've actually never really, I don't know if
Oh,
I don't know
so
if you'd
good.
find it funny.
Yeah. Would you rather lift or run?
Run.
High school celebrity crush.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Brad Pitt,
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And also the guy from the OC, Adam Brody. No, not Adam Brody.
Oh, Ryan.
No,
But like-
not the OC, the Hills. Brody.
Oh, Brody Jenner.
Brody Jenner.
Brody Jenner.
He was like my
Ah.
screensaver
Wow.
when I met Clay, and then I was like,
Close enough.
Okay, if you could only take one pair of shoes with you to train in, what are they?
Saucony Endorphin Pro 4s.
Mm.
What about you, Paige? I want to know that.
Training shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I would probably have 5 pairs in my car.
Yeah, but it's only one.
I
You have to, it's
know.
like the
I'm
apocalypse. You have to choose one.
I'm surprised you don't have the favorite same pair of shoes.
My Alpha Flies.
Yes, actually, you're so. That's a
I'm going to the
training
grave.
That's a
I'm going. It
training
is.
geek.
It
Oh
really
my
is.
God. I can't believe I didn't roast you about that.
No, I'm glad that I got out of that one. Now, before we get into the Revia app, can you take us back to where it all began? Can you give us a snapshot on the what Rev was like before she became Revie Jane?
Yeah, sure. So, I definitely had a sort of, I almost want to like completely bypass this part of the story because it makes people uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to talk about, but I think it's just such a pivotal part of who I am as a person, and it's kind of crucial to my purpose in life, I suppose.
And your success too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess when I talk about it, I know that people will see, like it's just so helpful for people who have similar stories to me or see their story see their own story in my story, that it gives them hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely had an unusual or unconventional, you could say, upbringing. My father was an alcoholic and was really unavailable. I think I was about 8 years old when I last saw, he left home. And then my mother, she was an immigrant from Indonesia, and she struggled very badly with mental illnesses. She was just emotionally and mentally unavailable, and then physically became unavailable to me around about the age of 13, 14 years old. So my life was very filled with like uncertainty, hostility, very unstable and very unpredictable actually. So I guess my sense of like self was very fractured, was very unsure, and a lot of it depended on my mother's moods because we had like an enmeshed bond that was very dictated by how she was feeling that day. So my sense of self was so skewed from a very early age, and it wasn't until I was probably around 16, 17 that I started to realize like I don't think the way that I see reality is normal and I need help.
Yeah.
And so I was seeing like school counselors. I ended up staying in my family home and getting myself to school every day, going to high school. I caught 4 buses a day from Shayla Park, Logan to Mansfield State High School in Brisbane. And I worked most nights as a waitress and got myself tuck shop the next day. Just really wanted to show up to school because it felt like the only place where there was like adults that cared about my well-being, I guess. And so, yeah, it was a really turbulent time, and
Such a crucial age as well, like growing up a teenager and female, like depending on your mum. Like you can with your girls now, like looking at them and imagining if they didn't have anybody that they could lean on.
No, I know. And like I think the thing is that it's really hard when you're going through these times, like if you're going through abuse, to recognize it for what it is. I mean, in hindsight, it's like
not blame
clear
yourself.
as day, you know. And it was very much self-blame. I really thought that it was a consequence of who I am as a person that my parents left, or my actions. And so for a very long time, I really thought that was because of, that I wasn't worthy, which I guess I still work through kind of daily. I'm pretty good at masking these days, and I'm 34 now. So I'm like, I've had some practice, but it's something that I definitely navigate each day is like, just overcoming that questioning if I'm enough. And I think that will probably be with me for a really long time, like potentially forever. I have mental health disorders too, which I'm pretty vocal about because I do feel like people see me as like someone who's really highly driven and, very ambitious, but, I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder from the neglect and the abuse that I faced as a kid. And I also have obsessive compulsive disorder. So that's something that I've been really vocal about on my socials. I don't talk about it every single day, but it's something that when I get to have like long form conversations, I do prefer it because it's like, it's kind of heavy. I don't like throwing it in people's faces, and some people just don't know what to say back. They're like,
how old were you when you recognized that you were like, well, I definitely think that this is.
I think when I was like, as an adult, I know that when I met Clay, that my world sort of shifted into like, how do I want my relationships to be?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd know that what was advocated or like displayed, exampled for me was like not okay. And I never wanted to make anyone feel the way that my mum made me feel. I was like, never. I didn't even know if I could have or want kids because I was like, if this is generational or if this is just how, I was like, I'm not putting anyone through what I've been through ever.
Which even that in itself is inspirational. Like the fact that you wanted to rewrite that, like you wanted to change your story. You wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could have gone the other way.
Yeah.
And like, to sit here now with all of this, like coming from that is just amazing.
Yeah. No, I definitely was like, I knew what it felt like to feel like you don't belong, to feel lonely, to feel unloved, and to feel like I just didn't even know what to do next kind of thing. And I was like, I'm never making anyone feel like that. And so I was like, just before we got engaged, I think I was like, I'm going to go see a therapist. I think something's up.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing a therapist for that whole time. There's been like seasons where I see them, I see her maybe every 2 weeks where it's a rough patch, and then there's seasons where I see them once a month.
So you started your very own CrossFit gym actually the first female CrossFit gym in Australia. Yeah. How old were you when you did that?
I was also about that same age. So I was 21 when that happened. And I think when I was growing up and I was going through all of that really difficult time, sport was like the only constant. Like I was just so at home on the field, on the track, on the court. I just loved it. And
Is that why you're good at everything?
I'm not. And it was the best form and most accessible form for me at that time of escapism. Yeah. I was like, this is where I just feel free. And I definitely connected very early on, like movement is therapeutic. And so
health, especially.
Yeah. So that was a natural thing for me. And then when I ended high school, all of the school sports stopped and I wasn't playing any social sports. So I just stopped training, stopped moving, and got a desk job as a receptionist. And I was doing my traineeship in business administration and just eating what I used to eat in high school, which was like KFC like 4 nights a week, Zinger burgers. And then drinking lots of wine, then spending like 10 hours at a desk, and then driving, and then all of a sudden I was really, really depressed, unhappy. I had gained a lot of excess body weight and wasn't feeling very confident anymore. And I thought I might go join a gym. And that's really where all of the kind of more intentional training began. And it's also when I realized that there is a direct correlation to self-respect and self-confidence to training. Yeah. And as soon as I unlocked that, I was like, I'm addicted to this in a very healthy way, and I want to spread this message to as many women as I possibly can. So I went and studied my certs in fitness, and then I started training women specifically as a group instructor. And then it was probably within 12 months that I had started my own CrossFit gym that was women's only, and that just exploded and just basically created the career that I have today.
Did you ever, in envision yourself getting to the point where you are, like in terms of growing in the fitness industry?
Not at all.
Wow.
I don't think for a lot of my life, I didn't know if I was like meant to be here.
Yeah.
I think the message I used to send to myself before I had therapy was, if your two parents don't love you, like, what are you doing here? Like, are you actually lovable? It breaks my heart for that person, like for the previous little version of me, to even think that. Chop this bit.
Which, I mean, I speak for most people, even in this room, and your family and like your community. Like it's crazy that you have come that far, because you are so lovable. You're so lovable. It's almost like your love is contagious.
I do believe I'm lovable now. But yeah, I learned a quote really early on. I think I was like maybe just out of school, and it's by Carl Jung, and it says, "I'm not what has happened to me. I am who I choose to become."
Wow.
And I just grasped onto that as hard as I could, and was like, and I often say now, like, the younger generations say it's being delulu. Like, that's actually the concept that I just projected myself into, like, the next era of like being like, no, I can do this. And like every time there's been self-doubt and like, am I worth this? Like, I just keep choosing like, yes, I am. Like, I just keep standing into that next level and like that, my own power. And that's honestly saved me.
In also a time of like building the app, obviously you would have had to fight so much of that. Like the past 8 months really has pushed every single button and tested you. Biggest thing in those 8 months to overcome that self-doubt?
It was a lot of mental gymnastics. I mean, I do a lot of that all the time anyway, especially with like OCD, where, you know, you kind of get fixated on thoughts and you kind of have to work through them. I have had days where I'm just like, I'm not cut out for this, but I kind of have to keep going. It's been almost like a daily battle, but again, like applying that like sort of laser focus, like this is going to work out, trying to be positive and have those affirmations, having an amazing team that I can like share the vulnerable moments and be like, I'm just not feeling it today. Like, I just don't know if this is going to work out, has been so crucial. And just a lot of like moments in the kitchen with Clay, like first thing waking up and being like, I don't know if I can do this, and him just holding me and being like, you've got this. Like, it's all gonna work out.
Did you think there was a point where it wouldn't?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, here we are, guys. It's happened. It's here.
All right, quick pause from the episode now, because we have a huge announcement. We have an official Pretty Fit season sponsor, and it's
Neutral Organics. Woo! This is such a full circle moment. We've both been using their stuff for years, so it's so amazing to have them supporting the pod.
Seriously, their whole range is amazing. There's not a day that goes by that I'm not using a Neutral Organics product, from their collagen in my coffee to the bone broths in our dinners at night. And they've recently released protein water. They've got 2 flavors, lemonade and berry bliss. I'm personally a lemonade girly.
And I'm a berry bliss.
It's like the perfect post-run or post-workout refresher. It's super light, hydrating, and it actually tastes so good.
So good. It's got collagen and electrolytes in there, so you're basically ticking off recovery and hydration in one hit.
Exactly. It's one of those products that feels like it's made for like busy women on the go, but you still want to have like something that's low sugar and is going to actually help you with recovery.
So if you want to try it for yourself or any other products in their beautiful range, you can use our code PRETTYFIT at checkout for a discount.
We love a little dissy. Thank you so much, Neutral Organics, for being part of the Pretty Fit family. We're so proud to have you on board.
Now back to the episode. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty questions about the app. For anybody who doesn't know a thing about building an app or what the app's about. And we have Mel, who's going to ask some of the more...
She's going to be asking the more...
I'm going to be asking Revie the hard questions.
She does. She does ask me the hard questions on a daily basis, off cameras as well.
And she probably knows the app like just as well as you. She's been your right-hand man
I'll throw
in
it
this.
back at you.
Yeah, see how well I know. Okay, so let's get into it. Revie is the heart behind Revia, but I think this would be like so valuable for the listeners to know. Can you take us back to the moment that you knew you wanted to create an app?
Well, I guess this could be answered in different parts. I've always wanted to release an app, but the idea was scary in itself. Then there's the financial backing that I didn't have many, many years ago. I was like, there's just no way I could actually feasibly do it. So then the options that were available at the time were like people would go in for you, or like you'd have like a basic like a template app, and I didn't really want to do that either. I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. Fast forward many, many years later, I was just, I don't know, I feel like I had this very clear sign from the universe to go back into coaching. And that's when I started the Wellness Strategy, which was an online platform. And again, it felt like I was being a little bit too scared. Like I was like,
yeah, you were testing the waters, but not committing.
Exactly right. Like I was like, I'm not ready to take the full leap, but I'll just dabble my toes. And then I had an email come through from a leading app, training app in Australia. And it was basically to come on board as their hybrid coach. And I don't know, that was another sign from the universe being like, hey, girl, we know you're scared, but you got to do it. And I was like, damn. And so like I fully entertained it, thinking like, okay, well, maybe I'll do it alongside someone else. And it wasn't until I had basically like the offer come through and like, all right, just, sign that line. I was like, I can't fucking do this. I just couldn't. Like, I was like, am I being an idiot? Like, is this just an offer that people would dream of and you're just saying no to? And I was like, kind of, but I know that I'm not doing it. And so I was like, if I'm not going to do it, I'm going to do it on my own. And then it was, multiple conversations with family and friends and mainly Clay. Mm-hmm. And as he has been in all of my crazy endeavors where I'm like, I think I'm going to open a pink gym, or I think I'm going to do online content creating. It's a thing. Or I think I'm going to say yes or no to this brand deal. Or I think I'm going to invest like everything we have into an app that we've never had any experience in. He's been like, yeah, I reckon
best
you've got
high
it.
man ever.
Yeah.
Number one
Goals.
to Clay. He's got that.
He did say after this one, he's like, maybe we'll just take a little break from creating anything for a little while. I was like, that's so fair.
3 months?
Yeah.
It's valid.
Yeah. Well, I know quite a few people will probably be thinking this, but, like some would say there are already quite a few fitness apps out there. It certainly would have been a lot easier and a lot cheaper if you had just, stuck with someone else's app to really fuel your fitness journey. So, like, why did it have to be Revia?
It had to be Revia because I couldn't find the app for me. I couldn't find even the movement or the style of training that I have loved for over a decade. Something that stimulated the mind but also challenged me physically, was performance-based, and also had personality. There's just, with Revia, like I wanted it to feel vibrant and feminine but also challenge you. And I wasn't seeing that across any of the other fitness models that are out there at the moment. And yeah, I often find like with my businesses that I've started, if I want it and it doesn't exist yet, other people will want it. And I think you can get into the headspace if you're thinking about starting something. It's like, oh, but there's already, so many clothing labels. There's so many beauty labels. There's so many, it's like.
It's saturated.
I mean, there is, but there's only like one flavor, style. Like if you have an idea and you can't see it out there, like absolutely go for it, because the amount of people that you could apply that kind of mentality to, like there wouldn't be Nike, there wouldn't be Rode, like hello, we love Rode. There wouldn't be like so many amazing businesses that we love. So it's like if you have a vision and go for it.
Well, so you obviously tested the waters with Wellness Strategy. Did you ever have any doubt that the world needed another fitness app? And if so, how did you push through the doubt?
Every 5 seconds. Still.
It's been a long
I think I will
months.
still. I think that's just, I think there's an idea or concept that people think that leaders in their field or people that are business owners that are going out there and doing it don't have the fear and don't have the nerves and the uncertainty and the self-doubt. Absolutely not. I think most people that I know that have started something and are putting themselves out there are scared of failing. Like it's present every day, especially for someone like me who had a really shit foundation of like confidence. There was none of that. So it is a constant effort to reassure myself, like the self-coaching and the affirmations that I have to redirect myself, like that this is going to work and that is needed, is constant. I guess I have been familiarizing myself as well with people who have walked these kind of lines before, and I have been reading a lot more like entrepreneurial books at the moment, like even listening to stories, just so that I'm like, oh, okay, like there is so
these
much
feelings
rejection.
are normal.
Not alone.
Yeah, we got to push
Yeah,
through.
and it's really important to remind yourself, because when you're doing it, it can be so isolating, and you're like, oh my God, no one's ever done this before. People have done it before. People in harder positions have done what I've done before. So it's like, yeah, you just got to keep going. Got to show up.
Just keep swimming.
All right, so I want you to give us your elevator pitch for Revia. If you could tell us.
But you're my business consultant, so can't you do it for me?
No, I need you to be able to summarize your beautiful app in 1 minute or less.
Okay,
if you have met,
You've got the timer here.
yeah,
I can time
we
you.
can see it.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
This will just be a really good exercise for you to be able to, you know, tell listeners like, what is Revia? Why is Revia? And like, why do we need to download the app today and use it?
Your elevator pitch. Ding!
So Revia is a hybrid training app that is directed at beginners to intermediate girlies. It's a movement as well as an app where we want to have fun. We have forgotten that training can be enjoyable, but also challenging. And I needed workouts as someone that can get very distracted, that are fun, challenging in the way that we test and retest against ourselves. Is an app that, and the workout styles is very much you against you, but also performance based. So it's really measurable. Measurable fitness is so important for longevity. It's like the key component to me training for as long as I have. I actually enjoy the process, and I know that other women, whenever I've programmed their workouts, they love that too. They love seeing, oh my gosh, 2 weeks ago I couldn't do this and then now I can. So it's that measurable fitness that really gets people locked into their program and see it out to the finish. And also fun. I feel like that's such an underrated experience or component of people's training these days. Like, it's so intense and so serious. Not that serious. We're not training for the Olympics. We're here to just, it's like a 1 hour of me time.
We're not pros, but we are pretty fit.
We are pretty
are
fit. So yeah, I mean, that's my best. I'm not the best salesperson. But
No, that was great, but it was 2 minutes.
I need 2 minutes. I'll lock you in the
work
doors.
on that. We will work on that. Okay, well, I think it's time for a bit of a hybrid training rundown because first and foremost, this is a hybrid training app for beginners to intermediate trainers. So on that note, I think when people hear the word hybrid, it sounds incredibly intimidating. And that's what you said. The fitness industry lacks fun.
Yeah.
And I think hybrid training, it has that misconception to it. It's intense. It's not that fun to do.
Yeah.
So can you give us and our listeners a bit of a crash course on what hybrid training actually is and why you love it so much?
Yeah, I mean, hybrid is definitely like a buzzword these days, but it's existed forever. And it really is a combination of running and strength training, or strength and conditioning, endurance and lifting, that kind of crossover of the different principles of training. And what I love about it is that it's always different. The gym girlies might get a bit bored of being just in the gym, and the girls on the footpath might be bored of just being on the footpath. And it's just the crossover that makes it so varied, which I find is like variance in my training equals less injury and more interest in doing it. Like, it just keeps it different and exciting. So as much as people will say things like, it's high cortisol, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to hybrid training, like cortisol levels can really increase. I think you can apply that to every single sport. I think if you run 7 days a week, you're probably going to burn out. If you're
stress in your body.
100%. It's really about the output level. And so following a program like the 8-week beginner program that we have available on Revia, there are different output levels per session, and it's not always 100%. You shouldn't be trying to output that, especially as women, in each session. So yeah, that's kind of like the rundown on hybrid training. I think it does sort of get a bad rap, but I think a lot of the time when we see it on socials, it's like the most intense version.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's like quite doable. Like it's so realistic. And I guess like you would have to like see the program to be like, oh, okay, like I can do a 400-meter run and then squat.
Totally.
Like body weight. That's cool. And it's starting at a certain point. It's not just like doing a CrossFit workout and then going for a 2-kilometer swim in the ocean. Like it's baby steps.
How long have you been doing specific like hybrid training?
I would say the first real moment, I had CrossFit Babes in 2013, 2014. So that's, just over 10 years ago. And I remember specifically doing the Ironman 70.3, and that was in 2014. So that's a 2K swim, a 90K bike ride, and a half marathon at the end. And I did that coinciding the CrossFit Open, which was extremely heavy. And I remember being like, oh, this is different. And I loved balancing both and finding out what my body could do across the different domains. That is intense. That is intimidating for sure. But that was after a lot of time doing a crossover of both. And I think now it's like, oh, hybrid's new and stuff. It's like, it's been around.
It just doesn't, it didn't have the hybrid name attached to it.
It didn't have the name to it. Yeah.
So, for the girls listening who are potentially doing different styles of training right now, but are interested in hybrid training and want to train like you, what would you say that hybrid training gives you that like no other style of training can?
Like I was saying before, it's like the different domains. Like I think I've been training since I was like 18 years old. Like that's when I did my certs in fitness, and that's when I was like, this is what I want to do with my career. So I don't know how many years ago that was. I don't know. What is that? 34 minus 18. Anyone?
16?
16, I think, yeah. Wow, Paige.
Not
just a pretty
Not
face.
just pretty fit, pretty smart.
Good with numbers.
16 years.
6,
where...
7, no.
Oh, no. I can't believe you said that.
I don't even know what it is. I know. Sorry.
I don't remember the question.
So for a few of our listeners that potentially haven't touched hybrid training before but are really interested in it and want to train like you, what would you say hybrid training gives you that really no other style of training can?
I think, again, like I do love that you can train inside and outside. I think for brain stimulus, so important getting outdoors and indoors. I think if you're an endurance athlete or if you're a Pilates girly, like we need to be doing strength as women. I know that I'll sound like a wise lady, mature lady, but as we get into our 30s, we start to lose muscle a lot. We know that because of skincare. We know that because of collagen in our face and sort of like we know all those types of facts because it's fed to us about skin. But what women don't realize is that it's also to do with all over our body. We just start to lose muscle mass. And it's so important, not just for our muscles, but our bones as well, to do strength training. So it's just so beneficial to train across different domains, different principles. If you are doing one or the other, it's just fundamental to have that increase of fitness across both engines, like the short bursts of power and then the endurance. I don't think there's fitter people. I think there's a lot of expectation for people to be able to start, in the middle of a hybrid session or join a group fitness class where they don't even teach you like how to do a burpee or how to do a wall. And that's what I want with Revia. It's like breaking down the movements and understanding the foundational movements, like a body weight squat before we add weight, and that kind of thing is just so important.
So what would you say to someone who says to us, hybrid training is just way too intense for me, could never do that, and perhaps doesn't think that Revia is the right app for them?
Download and find
Give
out.
it a go.
I would say, yeah, maybe, if you've ever tried a hybrid session before, it may have been too overwhelming for the level that you're at. And with the 5 weeks to 5K, for example, like the first run that I've got programmed on there is a 60-second run. Like we can do that.
Yeah.
We can run for 60 seconds,
Yeah.
and then it's rest and then going again. So I think with any type of workout, whether it's anything, if it's Pilates, if it's hiking, if it's Zumba, like you don't do the whole dance at the start. You break it down into 5, 6, 7, 8. You do one step at a time. And that's the whole mentality behind this type of training. It's like breaking it down into doable, realistic pieces as opposed to why can't you run 10Ks? Like, what's your time for 10Ks?
And I think realistically as well, like with hybrid training, a lot of what's actually out there for people to try right now, it is intense. You join group fitness training gyms, those hybrid gyms. We've got so many of them on the coast.
Yeah. You
go there and, no one's tailoring the workout to your fitness level. Yeah. It's hard and can be really, really humbling. Even for someone who's like fit, it can be humbling. And I think, even the other apps out there, they're for athletes. They're for people who've been doing this for 10 years. I think Revia really is the only thing available right now for people who want to start. But start small, start easy, and kind of build that endurance, build that fitness, build that strength, and not just, go balls to the wall straight away.
Building the confidence, like you said, if you've never been to a hybrid gym before.
It's so intimidating.
I do hear a lot of people say all the time, like, oh, I would never go to that place, or I don't want to go there, that's too crazy for me. Like, it's a great stepping stone to build your confidence to go and do that. But also with the hybrid stuff too, I think people, it's what you put out to it. So like you don't have to do 100% to a workout, and like it's not good to do 100% for a workout all the time.
So with the Revia app, it was absolutely crucial that there was a home program within the app, because for someone like me postpartum, there was no chance I was stepping into a gym or a group fitness facility postpartum. Zero. I needed to just
privacy.
suffer in
the 4 walls
in the dark for a little while. And that's what I did. So I've got a 6-week program on there, and that one specifically is every single rep I do with you. So you hit 3, 2, 1, go, and it's a long form video. And it was just crucial for me to have that on there for the people who are like, I'm not ready. Do not talk to me about running 400 meters around the block or lifting a dumbbell in front of someone or jumping on whatever that ski thing is. Like, it's just it's just not in their vision right now. That's totally fine. And I've got that answer for you. And it's a 6-week home program. And I provide so many, like, if you don't want to do high impact, there's so many scalable options within that. And it's just nice to have someone that's like doing the workout alongside you, kind of like aerobics class style, but it is still very much like hybrid, because there's a lot of like skipping, or if you've got access to a stationary bike, that kind of thing. So
while you're on that, are you able to give us detail on what programs are actually on the app?
Yeah, so there's the home program. So that's the 6-week one that I was just speaking of. All you need for that one is a set of dumbbells, a skipping rope, and a band, like a booty band. I honestly think those workouts are still really challenging.
Also, every time I get on put a booty band on at gym,
ouch.
every single time, I'm like, why does this hurt so much?
They are very deceiving, those pieces of fabric or rubber.
Around the ankles, my butt's sore.
The second one is the 5 weeks to 5K. So that's really like, you could do those together. And in the app, there is like, you sign up to a program and we want you to see that out. But if you were to do like a dual program, you can click on the on-demand section and just do that as you like, just.
So you can do them at the same time.
Yeah, you can throw in a workout, a home workout, or you can be like doing your 5Ks to 5 weeks to 5Ks, but then do a home workout on the on-demand. So those are the two that I feel like are for like the brand newbies. And then the other program that's available is the hybrid program, and that is an 8-week hybrid program. Now that's really designed for people who are able to sort of, they've got some running experience, like whether it's they can run 3 to 5 kilometers, or they, are already at the gym, but they don't really like, they might be strength girlies, but aren't necessarily hybrid yet. They want that crossover and they want that beginner program of hybrid.
And in those programs, how many sessions a week have you got in there?
So for the run one, it's 2 runs per week.
Yep.
For the home program, there's 5 workouts across 6 weeks. And then for the hybrid program, it's 8 weeks and it's 5 workouts per week.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Achievable.
Yeah.
Can do that.
And even with the home program, like that was a huge thing is the time. Like most women will say to me, I just don't have the time. I'm like, I totally get it. Those workouts, like some of them go for 40 minutes. Some of them go for like 25. Will have you sweating. You'll be puffed.
and pretty fit after that.
Yeah, that's it.
So on that note, I think let's dive into the Revia app experience.
Okay.
We want to know what to expect and all the best bits about the app. So for those listening who haven't seen or downloaded Revia yet, what can they expect from the moment they open the app?
So lots of pink, a feminine touch. I think I wanted it to feel like when they open it, they're like, oh, this is fun. Oh, this is exciting. This is vibrant.
Yeah, something they want to enjoy opening every day.
A nice experience.
Yeah.
And then we put a lot of love and attention to all of the imagery and the videos. I didn't want to just like, I don't know what some people do, like copy and paste a YouTube clip of some dude doing a push-up. Like, no, it's every single video is me doing the movement. And I also found it very important, and I haven't seen another app do this, but when it comes to the hybrid training, there's no like explanation apart from the description in the text. So I wanted it to be like I'm in your pocket and you pull me out and you go, hey, Rev, what's the session today? And I break down the workout for you so I can tell you exactly where to push, where I want you to recover, and, you know, recommendation of weights. Like I throw that out there. So it kind of feels like you're in a class with me, and then you can see me do the movements as you go along.
So I get to take you everywhere.
Yeah, never get rid of me now.
So how would you recommend, I know we kind of touched on this already, how would you recommend someone tackle your programs to get the most out of their training and results? Like I'm sure, you know, do you suggest them starting with a certain program, even based on their fitness level? Like,
yeah, I would say the brand newbies, 5 weeks to 5K home program. And then I would say the more experience in the gym or more experienced runners go for the hybrid. I mean, I would do any of the hybrid workouts now, and with the output that I'm expending, I would consider myself an intermediate athlete, I would find it very challenging. So it's really scalable. Like you can be a beginner hybrid girl or a gym girl that's starting a hybrid program, or you can be a hybrid girl and do the 8 weeks. It'll still be really challenging. And the hybrid program definitely has like the running component, the running aspect of your fitness inbuilt into the programming. So you're covering your kilometers within the set amount of work. There's 2 runs a week in the hybrid program.
So is there anything that didn't make it to the app that's on Revia's 2026 vision board?
Yes. What I didn't know about building an app was how much it would cost. And things that I think are really simple, that I'm like, can't we just like code it? I can't chat, just code it.
They cost 10 grand.
No. So there's been so many lessons in building an app, and that has been probably the biggest one, is like the app that we're launching, so incredibly proud of, but the vision that I have, I've got a lot of ideas and I want so much more. One of them being a form library. So I want there to be a library within the app that is like a movement tutorial. Like if you didn't know how to apply your bronzer and you're like, oh, I just need to learn that, and you could like click on YouTube. It's like, I don't know how to get my depth on a wall ball, or I don't know how to do a push jerk, or I don't know how to do a deadlift. I'm not feeling it in my hamstrings. You go that part of the library and it would be a full breakdown, even some like exercises to help you get that range of motion and that mobility. So that would be probably one of the first things that I want to see on the app in 2026. And then there's just so much more. I really want there to be race day presence and support for athletes that are national to us. So any major sports events, I'd love Revia to, I see so many women who are like, oh, you know, I signed up for this thing and they're just solo, or like they just have like a friend there. And I'm like, we can all join forces and be pink and vibrant together and support each other. So that would be amazing. I want to have a lot of like race day support in terms of like race day checklists and like all the experience that
You're really good at that.
yeah, I love it. I love getting people organized for that because you just never know what's going to help people. And sometimes like you get the day before a race and you're like, oh, I don't even know where to start, you know, and you're trying to so overwhelmed with all the information that's out there. Whereas if you just have a nice checklist, so that kind of community support would be amazing. Honestly, I have so much, but
wow.
I feel like
well, I also feel like fun fact. What about the podcast?
Oh yeah, the podcast. What do you mean?
It was supposed to be inside the app.
I know. Well,
have you explained that yet on this?
No, I haven't. Oh, have I?
No.
This whole podcast was supposed to be in the app, and I think it was quoted like $30,000 to have it within the app. So we were like, you know what? It was meant to be exclusive to the app. So we're like, we're going to make it free to air. So we did.
Now you can listen to us on Spotify.
But yeah, that was absolutely so important to me to have like some sort of community aspect with the podcast and these conversations that don't get had really like outside of fitness partner relationships. So yeah, I wanted the girlies to be a part of that too.
Nice.
This was a big old party, a Revia party.
Like this weekend.
Yeah.
Many more of those to come.
So
actually, you know what? One of my biggest dreams is for Revia is to host a 10K Revia race.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. It's so clear as day what it looks like. And it's going to be so epic. I think it's going to like the modular for like the race when you go. First of all, pink bibs.
Yeah.
And when you sign up, you get a pink ribbon sent to you.
Yeah.
And then, or Revia blue. If you don't like pink, that's fine. And then you go through the line. It's like all pink. And then at the end, there's a DJ, like a live DJ. And so you cross the line and you just go straight into
a party.
And we do the training together in the lead up so that
everyone has a training partner, everyone has a buddy.
Yes. And I want people flying interstate to do this with us.
And we need GC council approval to block off those roads.
And they're only allowed to listen to the Rage playlist.
Yeah. That'd be so fun.
Wow. Okay,
and
let's
then we
do
can
it.
have like, hangs afterwards and just like, then a live show.
A live show, wow. Don't give all of your little secrets away. You got to keep them guessing at some point.
Well, if they've listened for this long, they can know.
You deserve it. So, part of my involvement in Revia was to help Revie, I guess, peel the curtain back on the app development and app building process, because I feel like just no one gets to see that. It's one day the app doesn't exist and then one day it's available to download, and that's kind of really all people get to see. So it was really, really important for Rev to be able to take her community along. They've been supporting her for over 10 years now, and that was just really, really important to us and to her. So with that in mind, I feel like we have shared so many highlights and wins and like big moments from the last couple of months, but I want you to give us your top 3.
Oh, I would say, like you just said, having people following me for so long and saying things like, I have followed you from CrossFit Babes days and I cannot believe you've created your own app. Like people dropping into my DMs and saying things like that blows my mind, because what do you mean you've been following me for over a decade? That just, I feel incredibly grateful and honored to be a part of people's lives for that long. But also just the people that are like, I just come across you and I love your vibe and I'm so excited for the app. Like just hearing people are genuinely excited about something I've created. I don't know. It's just like the best feeling. I've cried like multiple times this morning because people have said, I'm going to do my first workout with Revia. And, you know, they've had to stop their workout because they're crying because of the announcement that my app got approved, or cool, I'm at work. Or Clay commented on the video I posted this morning saying, I'm just a tradie crying at work. Oh my God.
Wholesome.
So that's probably number one. Community is just like, I just feel so honored to be a part of people's lives in any capacity. And the fact that, that's just amazing to me. Number 2 has been the unwavering support from people in my life, like not just my team, but my family. Like I am just so incredibly grateful.
She almost made it like 50 minutes in.
Like,
yeah,
I'm so lucky.
Seeing it all come together, like the idea to put all of these vibrant colors together and this feeling, like I wanted the brand to feel like something, and then you have it in your head and you want it to show up the way that it does, or you want it to kind of eventuate, but you don't actually know what's going to work. So you just kind of like fingers crossed. And then to see it all come together with the photo shoots and the branding, it's like birthing a brand is just such an incredible feeling. And to have created like Pretty Fit, Revia, like it's just all been a dream come true. It's been the greatest career privilege of my life, and I can't believe this chapter's here. What the fuck?
Also, sorry, can I just like, your vision board that you made at the start of the year is so piss weak to what you've actually done.
It really is.
You were
I was
taking the
quite
piss.
a bit tame.
Yeah, you really were. And I even said to you at the start of the year, I was like, are you going to put, like, you want to do an app? Like, why don't you? And you were just like,
not
this year.
And then
my gosh, I didn't know
goes
that.
to me, she goes, you will have done 4 high roxes this year. I was like,
Whoa.
what? Yuck. Really? She's like, yeah. I was like, that's a lot. And the app, yeah, it's a bit nuts. But you got to, there's years where I've like there's seasons where I've had to hustle. I don't think what I've done this year is sustainable or healthy at all. There's times in your business that you need to put your head down, bum up, and that's been this year for me. Like, but I felt like I've had some reprieve. I've had my time of like foot off the pedal a little bit, and this year was foot on the pedal. And it might be like that
really
for a little
revved
bit longer. But yeah. Cool. Now I'm like, okay, what's next? And then I might, like, in the middle of next year, just go into a bit of a hibernation.
Yeah, very end.
Well, thank you for being our first guest on Pretty Fit today. It's been an honour. And Mel, thank you for coming along as
Mel,
well.
for coming.
And yeah,
I
we're
needed
all
my big girl pants on.
Yeah,
And I needed
you
to
did
come with
great.
me.
And we are all so incredibly proud of you, and I'm sure all of the listeners will be too. And yeah, we get to bring them along the Revia journey.
Thank you so much. I love you
Yay.
all. I'm really feeling quite emotional and sentimental today, so dropping the L-bombs everywhere. I love you guys.
And
Thank you so
thanks
much.
for listening, guys.
And, yes.
And we'll see
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. And download.
Pretty Fit is powered by Revia.